Hello again, friends. Bill McCabe here, and we're finishing up with the third Arnis form, or maybe not finishing up with this video, but we will be finishing up with it pretty quickly. So maybe one or two more videos, and it'll be a wrap. But before we pick up where we left off, it has been a couple weeks. You've had a lot to experiment with. I'm just going to refresh where we've been up to where we are, and then we'll pick up from there. That's where we stopped last time. I'm going to do it one more time from a different angle so you get more than one angle of this, so that it can make sense in case you have any questions about where you're stepping or how you're stepping. So we'll do a 90-degree execution of the same thing just so you can stare and compare. Give me a full profile here. One of the things that we talked about before, but I want to emphasize again, is that when you're doing kata, you're not turning yourself into stone. However you see the form unfolding, however you see the attacks, will ultimately determine exactly how you respond and the timing of your response. So when I do it, you'll see slight differences every time. You'll see me stepping differently. I might step inside or slightly outside, but I'm working from a visualization, and I'm trying to be truthful to the visualization. So I'm not trying to be a robot. And that's very important because some folks don't quite understand that, and their execution becomes very mechanical. You want everything that you do to be fully alive as you do it. So having said that, I ask that Bryan come on out here if you will. And we'll step over here for the moment, and I'm going to stand with it. I'm going to have Betty reposition to over here with the door behind your back. So where we stopped just now is with this move. And Bryan's another attacker, and he has several options here. Okay, the head's not the best option because in presence of the head, I've got an easy guard position with my hand. Okay. But he can take the knee joint, or as I'm coming down here, striking, there's a shot perhaps of the kid. But basically, he's going to execute a low strike. So I'm here, he comes back and goes low. So if you watch my feet here, this is a modified cat stance. I'm light-footed as I do this. Why am I light-footed? Because there's not time. I'm here, I strike his friend, he comes in right now to the block. Now, bring the camera in, Betty, just for a second. As I'm striking Betty here, and Bryan comes in, as always. You're targeting the soft target, which is the actual grip on the stick. You can't target the stick and then grab over the top to control the attacker. But really, if you want that attack ended, you go there. Okay? And that stops playing the strikes. So you need always to have that in mind. That's, okay, am I hitting the stick or am I hitting a joint or a bone target? And the answer is whenever you hit the stick. In fact, that very same counter can be going toward a soft target. And the soft target is always better if you can get it. Okay, so I checked Bryan there. Well, he comes around to the other side, and that's my second move. So it's step back, if you will. I'm here. It's block. Oh, there we go. And the other side. One more time, let you attack this thing. So I'm here. Actually, I'll face the camera. I'm here, and it's block, block. And every time I'm blocking, I'm moving away from the power, just by positioning myself intelligently. Okay, one more time, he comes in, I'm here, block, and block. I'm going to show you one other thing here that's part of all my moves, but I don't really talk very specifically about it, because there's so much detail that's unfolding while you're executing this stuff. As you come into the first strike, it starts to do the second. I'm going with an upward target. You watch. I'm going up and then blocking. So that's implied in what I'm doing. And the implication is you're being aware of every potential target that's out there, even while you're defending. You have another sense or another eye within yourself that's looking for places where you can deliver incapacitating strikes. That's the ultimate way to defend yourself. Okay, so I'm here. This time the attacks. 1, 2, to right there. You just come up toward my eyes. Comes up. It's going to block. 1, 2. He goes back. 2, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in the air. Facing it. I'm here. Block, block. Up. 1, 2, in. Okay, so it's block, block. Up. 1, 2, in. There's many ways you can do this. So you can put your own touch in, you can visualize it differently every time you do it. Sometimes I visualize using my left hand. So I'm here, he comes in. 1, 2, 3. I'm checking with my left hand. And then that becomes a disarm. Yep. Now that sequence is the whole theme of this section of the form. So I did this strike. Here's the first repetition. 1, 2, thrust. Back, then 1, 2, thrust. And back, 1, 2, big strike. Why does something repeat 3 times? And we talk about this when we talk about other kata. Something repeats 3 times because it's important. So when you see something like this particular pattern unfolding 3 times, is because there are lessons in there that we need to explore. Just letting it unfold, I'm here, he comes in. Half step, goes to the other side. 1 step, comes up, in. 1, 2, position. Okay, he comes back, starts outside. 1. Actually, I'm here, he grabs. Let's take that from the top. We'll repeat that. First strike. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 2. And thrust. Grabs. Body hits. Up. 1, 2, and thrust. Grabs. Now, why is it hard to grab there? So I call that the garter snake effect. If you ever big home garden, if you had a garter snake, or when you were a kid, you might try to capture a garter snake. Garter snakes have stripes, and they look like the lines when they're on the ground. When you have something like that, consciousness that when you reach for it, even though the object has moved, you're still grabbing for the shadow of the line that remains there in your cognitive awareness. So that's the effect here. You grab the thrust, you grab, he's grabbing air. Thrust, okay, 1, 2, and okay, so the full sequence once again. So I'm here, lock, lift, protect, strike, and thrust. See how I power the thrust. Grab, back, 1, 2, I start a step, thrust. Grab, 1, 2, and lift. I'll talk a little bit about the stutter step in there too, because there's a certain flow that you want to get that coordinates what's happening with your feet with what's happening with your hands. So I'm here, lock, up, back, in, up, back, in. My hand goes back, my right foot goes back. In other words, my right foot is coordinating with the wrist of my right hand. So once again, just so you can see this, block, here, my right hand goes back, I go back, thrust, up, down, hand goes back, in, up, down, hand goes back. Okay, so that's a hard sequence to put together. So I'm just going to leave you with that for right now and ask that you take the next several days and focus only on that particular sequence until it's entirely comfortable to you, okay? It should be as natural as walking once you get it. Once you have that, we'll be back with the next section. Till then, stay well and do well.